once I step up to that starting line and get in the blocks, I'm so totally focused on finishing that race, my mind goes completely clear and I block out all noise and I'm just focused on running down that track to the finish line. My name is Tainer. I'm 18. I ran track and cross country for Lord Botetourt for about the past 3-4 years.
Come on, Ben! Hey, she didn't move.
There's nothing that he can't do that any other child growing up. He did everything every other child did. We never allowed people to call him disabled. He just has some different feet. It was really awkward at first. He had no balance. He couldn't stop. It was very hard to watch. He was last. He was in last place continually. He was always the last kid in every race, but he got better and he learned how to manage them, and surprisingly enough, it happened very fast.
I was born in Seoul, South Korea. I was born with a very rare birth defect called ectrodactyly, or its nickname is lobster claw syndrome. And what happens is it typically affects both the hands and the feet. Born with just normally between 2 and 4 digits. I was lucky enough to, be born with my hands perfectly fine, but my feet, I had 3 toes on one foot, 2 on the other. The right foot was so severely deformed that my parents, when they first adopted me, decided to go ahead and have that amputated. I was around 1.5 years. When I was 6, in elementary school, we had to do the presidential fitness campaign award thing, and one of the requirements was to run the mile in under a certain time. And that was so difficult for me. They ended up having, the teachers had to send another student back to finish with me. And it was so hard and I struggled so much. I went home from school that day and told my parents that I wanted to have my left foot amputated because I was so much better off with my right foot amputated.
Pete came to us when he was approximately 2 years old, and at that time he was a single amputee. He had a deformity on his left side. His right side was amputated first, and started working with him at that time, and just have enjoyed working with him ever since.
What are you thinking so far?
I'm thinking this might be a really good idea.
He's done quite well. I think he's actually has his second set of running limbs. They're called cheetahs. They're carbon fiber, and if you see them on him at any time, they do not have heels on them. They're made to run on like the ball of his feet. Of course, we're going to do everything we can as prosthetists and everything here for him to make him comfortable, make sure that they're lined correctly, and then I think it's up to Pete.
All right.
Spread that. How's everything else?
Feels really good.
At the end of the month, in a couple of weeks, we're going to Indianapolis, where the U.S. Paralympic trials are being held.
Well, just open up your hands and get, come back full motion all the way, and just stay down until about, of course you're not running the full length, just stay down to about 20.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay down until 20 and then I'll
start coming up.
up.
Right. Thank you, Mark.
What's he doing?
Well, long term, I think his involvement with Paralympics has just begun. When we both went out to the Olympic Training Center in Chula Vista, I mean that was their investment in their future by inviting a bunch of younger athletes out that are going to be Olympians one day. It just so happens that some of his time's qualifying for trials this year, so we're giving it a shot for London now. If not London this year, in 4 years he'll definitely be qualifying for Rio de Janeiro. So after that, who knows?
How do you feel? Does it feel okay?
Pretty good, yeah.
It's gonna be key. Just don't false start.
I feel like nobody, nothing can hold me back from doing anything. I feel like I could fly.